the real Israelites. They stole that from us. We are the real Israelites.
Yeah, these scriptures saved my life. That don't never change. That don't never change, no, no. Every single day I strive to see them heaven's gates. To see them heaven's gates, yeah, yeah. Yeah, these scriptures saved my life. That don't never change. That don't never change, no, no. Every single day I strive to see them heaven's gates. To see them heaven's gates, yeah, yeah.
Of course.
Okay, so can you find the word Jamaicans in the Bible?
I haven't looked for it.
The Jamaicans are in the Bible.
I'll look for it now.
Right? So,
Yeah.
come closer, come closer.
Talk to me. Listen, motherfucker, you screaming, yelling? You got me on camera? Hey, bro. Hashtag real niggas do real things.
So what we out here doing, we're showing you who you are according to the Bible, right?
Okay.
Because we teach that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and we are the children of Israel.
Yeah.
So according to the Bible, you said you're Jamaican, right?
Yeah.
So where do you see yourself on this sign? Can you find yourself?
Would I be West Indians, Benjamin?
That's right.
Right,
Benjamin.
right.
Yeah, you found that quick.
Read, dog. Round of applause. Read, nigga.
That's right.
Nigga
So,
from the south.
according to the Bible, you be an Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin.
Right. Okay.
So now let me ask you this question, right? Would you say that throughout the course of history, black people have been given a fair chance in society, in the nation?
Of course not.
And why do you think that is?
Well, because we the real ones, bro.
That's a powerful answer, right?
That sums it all up.
Give me Deuteronomy 28, right? So are you familiar with Moses in the Bible by any chance?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So in the book of Deuteronomy, this is Moses. He's talking to the children of Israel, right? So you can read that. 28. Read that. Give me 28. Oh, okay. Start at 15.
God.
Yeah.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Bring it out! Okay.
But it shall come to pass,
Right, but it shall come to pass, meaning that it's going to happen. Read on.
if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
Right, so Moses is saying if the children of Israel don't want to listen to God, right, read on.
to observe, to do all his commandments
To do all his commandments, right? If we don't want to do that, read on.
and his statutes,
Uh-huh.
which I command thee this day,
Right?
that all these curses,
All these what?
all these curses,
So it says, Moses is saying to the children of Israel, if the children of Israel don't want to listen to God and follow his commandments, then he said all these curses, read on.
shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So the curses are going to come upon the children of Israel and overtake them. So now let me ask you this, right? Are curses a good thing or are they a bad thing?
Terrible, bro.
Terrible, right? Right, exactly. So let's see some of these curses and let's see if we can relate to that as people.
No, ci stiamo allontanando, sa.
Verse 16.
Uh-huh.
Cursed shall thou be in the city.
Read that again.
Cursed shall thou be in the city.
So the first curse that it lists is that the Israelites are going to be cursed in the city if we don't listen to God, right? So when you look all across the globe, right, what race of people primarily... I see him, drive up. Yeah. So throughout all across the globe, right, what race of people populate like the low-income neighborhoods, the slums, the ghettos?
It's definitely systematic, bro. You know what I mean? It's definitely done on purpose. You know, you could be lost in the sauce and doing all that extra shit. But you know, knowledge is power, brother, and understanding the history of it will definitely enlighten more people. So I appreciate what y'all doing, man. I don't know what y'all doing, but
So
I feel y'all
what we're doing is
what's
we're
up.
teaching that you're an Israelite, right? You're not a Jamaican, because that's the name that you're
Right. That's the division. That's the division right there.
You said that's the division.
That's what's dividing us. You know, the different places. You know, we all one.
You know, but we all come, but there's different tribes where we all descend from the nation of Israel.
That's right.
Right?
Right.
So understanding that is that God only loves these people on the sign. He doesn't love anybody else outside of the sign. So the so-called white man, the Arab man, the Chinese man, God doesn't show favor unto them, but he shows favor unto us.
That's
but
right.
Understanding who we are, we have to come back to his commandments and we have to follow his ways. So let me, I won't take too much of your time. I know you probably got
Good, man. You good.
That's what's up. So let me ask you this, right? Would you say, do you eat pork by any chance?
No, I ain't eat no pork. No pork.
That's good, right? Do you eat like shrimp, crab, lobster?
No crustaceans. None of those. Barbecue.
Brother sharp, right? So in the Bible, that's a commandment that we're supposed to keep, but we don't see a lot of our people keeping that, right? You know, our people are so quick to get the
knowledge of it,
jerk
bro.
pork.
Like I even recently stopped drinking liquor like that, bro, because I didn't know how serious this shit was.
What's up, bro?
It really does take a hold of you, bro. You know what I mean? Alcohol, substance abuse. That's what I'm noticing more. I do community work as well. You feel me? Orlando, Tampa, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Atlanta. I've been all over the place, you know. But at the same time, bro, like it's dope to put the information out there and let people learn. You know what I mean?
So, right, and that's powerful. So, let me ask you this. Would you say that you love God?
Of course.
How would you show God love?
I do real shit every day, bro. I fucking, you know, I make sure, you know, I take care of my community. So that would be a good leader. That's okay.
God has a specific way that we're supposed to show His love, right? When did you say you would say love is an action item, right? Right. If I was to say that I love you as my brother, right? But I'm stealing from you, I'm talking message to you about behind your back. Would my actions reflect that I love you?
Not at all.
No. So actions, yeah, like you said, actions are required. But let's see those actions that God requires from us, right? Read that.
The book of 1 John, chapter 5, and verse 3. For this is the love of God.
Right. For this is the love of God. The Bible's going to define how we show God love. Read on.
That we keep His commandments.
That we do what?
That we keep His commandments.
So keeping God's commandments. I never got your name. What's your name?
Donnie.
Say it again.
Donnie.
Donnie? Yeah. All right, nice to meet you, Donnie, right? So keeping God's commandments, that's how we're supposed to show Him love, right? Read on.
And His commandments are not grievous.
Right, and His commandments are not grievous, right? So now let me ask you this, right? What commandments do you keep to show God that you love Him?
That's a good amount. That's a good amount. I think it's it's a few of them, bro. I can't think off the top of the moment, but be honest with it, bro. You can feel it. You know right from wrong at this point. We grown. You know when you're doing sucker shit. You know you're doing real shit. You know what I mean? I'd assume.
To an extent.
To an extent. Unless you don't know. Unless you just don't know. But
that's what we're out here to show, that this Bible is the moral compass of how we're supposed to determine what's good and what's evil, right? By the commandments of God. Because a lot of these commandments in the Bible, a lot of our people are not keeping, right? Like today. Do you know what today is according to the Bible? Right.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day.
Do what?
Remember the Sabbath day.
Remember the Sabbath day. Right, keeping it holy. You already know, right? So yeah, read on.
To keep it holy.
Right.
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
Right, so God gives us 6 days that we're supposed to, do what we want to do, as long as, of course, it's according to the Bible. We'll read on.
But the seventh day.
But the what?
But the seventh day.
But the seventh day, which is Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, which that constitutes as the seventh day. Read on.
Is the Sabbath of the Most High thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work. Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gate.
So on the Sabbath day, God has specific requirements that we're supposed to be doing on the Sabbath day. Like an outline, we're not supposed to be working on the Sabbath day, right? We're supposed to give this day totally up to the Most High God. And also with that, we're not supposed to be buying or selling. We're not even supposed to be out here, you know what I'm saying? We're supposed to be just giving this day totally to the Most High God, right? So that's a commandment that, we see a lot of our people, they just out here, they getting drunk and all this stuff, right? We're not, as a collective and nation of people, we're not keeping the Sabbath day. But that's a commandment that God requires from us, is to keep the Sabbath day holy. And do you know what holy means? Right. Leviticus 20 and 26, right? That's what we out here doing. We're teaching our people the Bible, right? Because exactly. We appreciate you, Donnie. We appreciate you, man. All right, read that.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 26. And ye shall be holy unto me. For I, the Most High, am holy.
Right.
And have severed you.
And have what?
And have severed you.
And have severed you. Read on.
From other people.
Right. So being holy means to be separate, right? And being separate is by following these commandments. That's what makes us holy. Because when we follow these commandments, we stick out from the rest of the world.
Right.
Right? Because a lot of the things that we do according to the Bible is not what this world promotes or supports. Right? And there's a distinction and there's a separation.
Right? It feels like righteousness is frowned upon.
Exactly.
That's what it feels like, right?
Yeah.
It feels like you want to be official with things, but so many other things to deter you from that.
Exactly.
You say you want to curb a habit, and it puts it right in your face.
That's the battle right? That's the battle.
It's different, man.
There's a separation.
I appreciate y'all, man.
Did you get a flyer?
Some blessings, my brother.
No problem, Donnie.
Oh, hell yeah.
Right. That's powerful, man. That's powerful. Give me Luke 15. 15 and 10, right? Because that's what we out here to do. We out here to show our people who we are according to the Bible, right? There's so many things that we can learn according to this Bible. Right. So many things that we don't know. And we need to know.
That's
Because
right.
This Bible is important for us, man. You can read that.
The book of Luke,
All right, Donnie, take care.
chapter 15 and verse 10.
Bring it out.
Stay strong, I'm a warrior. Stay strong, I'm a warrior. Stay strong, I'm a warrior.